In today's world, we find ourselves shooting an email off to a colleague rather than picking up the phone or jotting down the hall to speak to them directly. And while emails can be quick to send, they can be timely to clean up after. Many times our emails aren't as clear as they should be, leaving the recipients with questions, or perhaps they're just too lengthy or poorly written. This video was designed to help with email etiquette in the workplace. When we write an email, often we are focusing more on getting the email out than what we need to say. Take a minute to catch your breath and put your thoughts together. Start with a subject line that relates to what your email is about. In the example, I sent an email to a recipient to confirm their registration in a Google Docs Drive training class. The subject clearly states the same. Always begin your email with a greeting. Keep your email short and to the point. Don't wander and write a long story. Stay on topic. Your email should focus on one point, not on a laundry list of items to be discussed. If you have a long list, perhaps a phone call or a brief meeting is necessary. And always use an active voice rather than a passive one. Before you start your email, let's review a few things, starting with caps lock. Let's make sure it's off. All caps implies to the reader you're yelling at them, and it makes reading the email difficult. A co-worker of mine has reminded me more than once, as someone not brought up with the English language as his first language, caps locks makes it difficult for him to distinguish between one word and the next. Let's turn it off. And now that you've confirmed the caps locks is off, let's review CC and BCC. CC, coming from the day of carbon paper, refers to carbon copy, while the BCC refers to blind carbon copy. There are times you need to copy additional people on your email, such as your boss. By all means, do so by entering their email address in the CC field. Keep in mind, you do not always have to copy others into your conversation. You may also have the need to continue the conversation with the recipient, but no longer need to include others. Feel free to drop them from the CC field. Blind copy maintains the privacy of the recipients. It's always a good idea to enter email addresses in the BCC field when sending out an email blast. Nothing irks me more than my child's school or coach sending out a blast email revealing everyone's email address. Maybe not everybody wants their email address to be given to everyone receiving the email. Keep this in mind, be respectful of your recipients, and use the BCC field when applicable. The BCC field can also be used when you want to include somebody in the conversation, but you don't want the recipient to know that they're included. Take the time to proofread your email. As a professional, you want your emails to reflect you in a positive manner, and like any other paper you would write, you want to take your time, correct your typos, write out your words rather than using abbreviations, and always avoid emoticons and acronyms whenever possible. Keep your reader in mind. Just as you would close your phone conversation with goodbye, talk to you later, or have a good day, end your email in the same fashion. Close up your email by saying, thanks, good day, sincerely, cordially. Don't just end it. Also, you should always include a signature at the bottom of your email. Your signature should include your name and contact information. You may also want to have a URL in your signature to your company or department's website. However, you want to try and keep your signature down to about 5 lines and limit the unnecessary information. You don't need to include sales pitches or links to your company logo that appear as very large attachments. And as a general rule, if your signature is exceeding your emails, it's time to revisit and update it. Many of the emails you receive will require you to acknowledge them. Acknowledging them speaks volumes about your character. You want to do this in a timely fashion. Don't leave the sender wondering if you received the email. Did it get lost? Is it in spam? And it is okay if you don't have all the answers at the time. Just let the sender know that you received the email and that you will be getting back to them at a later date with all the information. You may also want to reference when you'll get back to them. And when you do reply back, make sure that you've read the email, you understand what they're stating, and address all of their concerns. And if you're not sure about something, Ask them. But wait a minute. Before you actually hit that reply, take a look at who's in that CC field. Do you need to reply to all of them? Maybe you just need to reply to the sender. Verify this information. At this time, it's okay to drop people from the CC field if you no longer need to keep them in the loop. The recipients will appreciate you for cutting them out. And remember, do this timely, concisely, to the point, and keep in mind, not every email requires a reply. For example, when somebody says thank you, it's okay if you let it go. Did they reply LOL? There's no need for you to send something back. Sometimes forwarding an email to another recipient can be very helpful. Other times it may not be. Always get the sender's permission before you pass his or her email on to somebody else. Maybe Bob didn't want Sue to know that he was hosting a meeting without her. And it's always a good idea to include the original email and make sure the point of the email is clear. If it's not, take a minute to explain why you felt it necessary to forward this email now on to the new recipient. Keep in mind when you forward emails, do not forward emails that are spam, hoaxes, or those annoying chain letters. Most people don't want them. They're not professional, and at times they can be damaging to your computer. Take this into consideration. As I wrap up this short video on email etiquette, keep in mind a few do's and don'ts. Do mind your manners. Be watchful of the tone you use, as many times an email can be mistaken to sound in a way it wasn't meant to be, and always be professional. Don't discuss confidential information in an email. FERPA and HIPAA regulate what you can and cannot include in an email, such as someone's Social Security number, but also keep in mind an email can easily be passed along. Don't put anything in an email you wouldn't want shared with others. Don't use offensive remarks. And do take the time to write out your words. Avoid abbreviations whenever possible. Remember, the recipient has to be able to interpret your abbreviation shortcuts so your email makes clear sense. This video has been developed and presented by the Division of Information Technology's Training and Development Department. For additional information, how we can help you, and to answer any questions you may have, please visit our website, call us, or send us an email today. Thank you.